Okie dokie. Yay. Okay, can you keep following up and then we know whether we go or not? Who's the doctor? Okay, never mind. Okay. All right, here we go. Progress report. We've covered 16 folios, 32 folio faces, plus another 14 folio faces of appendices. So we have done 23 folios, 46 faces in 8 terms. So we're running pretty fast, 6 folios faces per term, which is better than most texts. And I don't know how. Then the total book is 33 folios of Gyaltsabje, and then his notes to a lecture by Tsongkhapa on the same subject, which we thought we would include in this book. And it's too short to create a separate book. So, and normally they're printed together. So that's 11 folios. So we got 44 folios total to do, which is 21 folios to go, which is about 50% done. So it's going to take us 7 more terms, including this term, which includes this term, which means the last book classes will be in September of 2021. Okay. Then we start the editing, right, Utpala? Okay. Yeah, we can give it to the baby on their 2nd birthday. Miss Little Mooncake. Okay.
Xiao Yuan Xi. I learned how to say little mooncake.
Oh. Okay, here we go. Sumba.
Sumba. Taniki ngo ka la tepa gerba down. Num ngao bang wow.
Yeah, I had to go back way, way far back to find this. So we're moving on. It means we're really moving on. Sorry. And so I went and cut it out for you. Okay, actually I should have put a little curly Q down here. So we had demonstrating that dependence is freedom from extreme positions, establishing the statements about the parts of person and so on were figurative. And now we reach problems of attachment to the parts of a person. Is that true? It's not true. Oh, no, here. This is all part of my diversion here. Okay? And we're down to here, actually. Okay, I'm sorry. This is all part of my footnote to myself. Okay, here, just close it up. Okay. We're down to the 3rd part of these 3 parts. The last part of my note to myself, in bold. Go down to the end of the bold.
Substance of the 2 extreme views?
Keep going down. Yeah, it's this. We're in the 3rd of these.
54.
I gave you the category, the subcategory, and the sub-subcategory.
Right.
Okay.
So are we in the 3rd of this?
Yes, we are.
Refuting the
We are refuting the substance of the 2 extreme views, which is exactly what this says. Ngo gakpala. Tainiki ngo gakpala. Okay, but it was a long time ago. So it means we're moving on in a major way. Okay, major subject change. So please read Tambala.
Tampala, Kap Le Patang, Tepa Ne Tang, Juk Du Wao.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna cover no, this is back up here.
Oh.
You see?
Yeah.
the third is divided into two. What's the third? The third is that we're going to refute the essence of the two extreme views. That things exist or that things don't exist, okay? And to do that, we're going to have two parts. Tepa Gopa, yeah, something about setting forth the correct position. And then Lungyal Bang, we're going to prove that our position does not contradict scripture. Okay, we're gonna eliminate the accusation that we contradict scripture. Okay, cool. So we're on the first one, which is where we kind of are gonna set forth why what we're doing is okay, or the correct position. Okay, and that correct position itself has three parts. Okay, which is Kap Gopa, Tepang. So the first one is we're gonna set the context. Let's set the context, and then we're gonna the actual proof that it's okay. What we're saying is okay. The actual okayness, and then we have a concluding summary. Juktua. Somebody's gonna wrap up. Okay. All right. Here's the first, which is we're gonna set the context. Okay. By the way, we have been in. We just finished a metaphor about a guy who's crazy about a girl who's a mannequin. Okay, it was called the metaphor of the mannequin. Okay, and we're done with that. Yeah, the illusory maiden. Yeah. And I'm not gonna do the root text. Let's come back to it after we read the commentary. Okay, so start with Kangba. Tento. You gotta keep watching your T's, okay? No tens. Ten. Tento. Yeah, now, this is a numbering idiom that you have to know. Half and 3 means 2.5. Okay? Half makes 3 means 2.5. Okay? So you just have to learn that. It says half and 3. It means 2.5. If you added another half, you would get 3. So it's called half and 3. Okay? And it means 2.5. Okay? So what he means is the first 2.5 lines here. Yeah. And I checked, you can't split this third line because it's uneven number. But it goes up to the end of dedak. Okay? So kanda kini duche la kedan jipa nam takpa dedak is 2.5 lines for him. Okay, the first 2.5 lines, which is like 3/4 of a line in Sanskrit. Okay, but that's another thing. Okay, ki mi kepe kansa ten. It is describing a person who don't have a clue, who doesn't know what's going on. Mike, they are not wise. Okay, not well learned. Okay, so the first 2.5 lines are describing people who don't understand these teachings. Okay, he says it in a polite way. They are not wise, but it means they don't know their ass from their elbow. Okay, you know this expression? I should charge you each English expression. This is the elbow, right? This is the ass. Then when they say someone has no idea what's going on, they say they don't know the difference between the elbow and the ass. They can't tell their elbow from their ass. It means totally, they don't know what they're talking about. Most translate, never mind. Okay. It comes in my mind a lot. I don't know why. By the way, who is it that doesn't know their ass from their elbow? It's those guys. What guys? Now I'm going to go to the root text. Okay. Please read up to dedak. Kini. Dedak. Yeah. So I just filled in Britox for you because it can mean examine, it can mean check, it can mean analyze. But in this translation of Sanskrit, which we don't have for this verse, but we do have the next verse, it means who thinks they see something, but it's not there. Okay, it's the verb RTOG.
He's used it before.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. They imagine that something exists, but it doesn't. What do they imagine exists? That things could start or stop. Okay? They imagine that things which are created by the convening of causes and conditions, produce things, could start or stop. Kanda ki means those guys who, then it goes with the dedak. Okay? Those guys who blah blah, those guys are blah blah. Okay? Got it? Okay, now let's go to the second line and a half. Chedangi ki neme tento. They describe the problem. If you don't understand your asumiable, then what's going to happen? You will tenjun korlo ijo wa number mishiso. You read across the line, okay? Tenjun korlo injo wa number mishiso. You will totally not understand. Yeah, the workings. No, this one is the workings. The goings, meaning the workings of the wheel of dependence. Okay, Sugeng's wheel. Okay, you will not understand Sugeng's wheel. Okay, how it works. Doa. The workings of the wheel. Okay, if you think things could start or stop, you don't understand the wheel. Okay, how it works. Okay. Now we get into the actual commentary. The root text is in bold. Okay, here we go. Tabu. Okay, cool. What did I want to do? Yeah, he's getting you back into the context. Remember what we're talking about, okay? He's giving the context. What's the context? A bunch of people who don't understand how things start and stop. For example, they think to start something, you'd have to do something rather than plant a seed. Okay? If you wanted to start a college in Asia, do you go find sponsors or do you help someone else plant a college? You see? And so they think things could start without that, but they can't. Those are mikepa. They don't understand their ass from their elbow about starting a college. Okay? All right. By the way, don't use that expression in front of people. You will get an elbow in your... Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just do it. Okay. So keep your eye on the bold, because the stuff that's not in bold is explaining the bold. And that's why I bolded it, so you could follow. Okay? So, mi kepa, kangdak, those guys who don't know anything, nam samki, just because things look that way, okay, I should say things, right? They follow the appearance of things. It looks like you get a college by, collecting money and finding professors and stuff like that. But that's just the appearance, no what's just the appearance, okay? By the way, this is different from the nung and numshis, right? Here we're not talking about taking on an aspect. Here we're talking about how the world appears. Yeah. Okay. Nang samki, duchi la, they see produce things as having kiewa and jikpa. But a certain kind of starting and stopping.
From their own side.
Yeah, by definition. Rangitsen ki. By definition. Okay, what did you put? And that's a total, this number means total made up. Okay, it's totally, I'm going to put totally here. Okay, it's totally imaginary. Dedaki. And then they don't understand, I'm going to go to Droa, okay? They don't understand Droa, And if you don't know what draw means here, it means jukso.
How we get into trouble?
Yeah, or the way it
The
works.
way the wheel spins?
The way it goes on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the way it continues, okay? Especially the way you get into it, yeah. Of samsara, which so much resembles tabu,
It's like,
a wheel, why? And everything before that. Starting with Tokma.
oh, here we go, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tokma, yeah, Tokma down from the beginning, the middle, and the end. Tama down Drawa. Yeah.
The Dang Drawa distributes to the first three.
Yeah. Which Drawa, which is separated?
Yeah, which doesn't have what?
A beginning, middle, or an end.
Good.
Oh, the
Yeah,
samsara,
yeah.
which doesn't have a beginning,
Yeah.
middle, or an end. Oh, that's cool.
No, but he's glossing wheel.
Uh-huh.
He's glossing wheel for you.
Because it spins.
And it's very beautiful.
Right.
Okay, where was the first starting point?
We can't say.
Yeah, where was the first starting point of these wheels?
Like one.
You can't point to it. Where's the middle? 6 o'clock? You know? Well, where's the end? You see, I mean, and he says that's the definition of a wheel. You want to know what a wheel is? That thing which has no beginning, no middle, and no end. And that's a wheel. It keeps wheeling. You can't say it started here. Okay, got it? It's a very beautiful definition of
Samsara.
a wheel. The wheel of life. Yeah. He's defining the wheel of life. I mean, if it's me, I might even put a footnote in my wheel of life text. This is how Nagarjuna described it, who was a great fan of the wheel of life. Okay, all right. In a way, okay. But these guys, who are Mikepa, they number Mishe this Jukto.
They really don't understand.
Yeah, good. And Mitok,
They don't get it. They don't
they don't get it. Good. And they don't understand that if things existed by definition, okay, the law,
Uh-huh.
you know, when you're talking about things that exist by definition, kewa and jigpa is misi,
Impossible.
impossible. So here's the word
Used as
sipa, used as impossible or possible. This morning we had 4 sipas, but that was a long time ago. What? Keji, kesi, chisi, parsi, munduki sipa.
And we had young seed.
Yeah. Well, we had a list of 4 in his time.
Next line.
Yeah, being at birth, being at death, being in the bardo, and the being between birth and death. And we had being. And now we have sipa as not possible or possible. So, you know, today we've had all the sipas possible. We've had all the sipas. G sipe sipa. G sipe sipa. G sipe sipa.
We had all the seed.
Sikchung. G sipe sipa sikchung. You have seen today all the sipas that are possible among sipas. All right, somebody should write that down. Okay, here we go. Please read.
Seek.
You have seen.
Yeah.
Sing.
Nipala. Chi tan tang yen la ki tan tang.
Yeah, we reached the second part from just immediately above, but I went and got it for you, and I underlined it. Tepang. Actually, the real correct thing. Okay, we don't know exactly why he's calling it that, but we're going to get there. He set the scene. He gave the context of a bunch of fools, and now he's going to explain why something is correct, which is probably his presentation of the 2 extremes.
And he calls it chi down here.
Yeah, I'm going to give you an overview, and then I'm going to talk about some subsidiary topics. Okay, I'll give you an overview, and then we'll talk about some other details. Okay, about what? About the 2 extremes, kind of. Okay, we'll see. Or starting and stopping. Okay. Oh, actually, no. Actually, let me change Tepango, okay? The correct position. I'm going to give you the real correct position for the first time in this whole book. Okay? And that's why it's easier to read. It gets I was like dancing around yesterday because I didn't have to stay up all night. Okay, so here's the real poop. What's poop mean? Poo-poo, right? But there's an English idiom, American English idiom, they call it real poop. It means I'll give you the real information. So in the military, real poop means the real. It's not a bad word. It
Would we
means
say
I'll give you the
we're
real.
not giving him the real poop by teaching it to him this way with that word?
So I'm giving you the real information. So tepa kupa means tepa ngun means let me describe to you for the first time in this book the real position you should take. Who's the kachigma in this book?
Who's Kachi?
Who's the opponent?
Lower school.
Yeah, the Hinayana.
Yeah, the lower, the Abhidharma school.
Yeah, the lower two schools. In this book only, Nagarjuna takes the trouble to attack the lower schools. Why should we listen to an attack on such a simple school?
Because you're using all the scriptures from the lower school to prove that emptiness
Yeah,
is there.
because the way he beats them is he takes their scriptures and proves that the Buddha was talking about emptiness in the first turning of the wheel, which is supposed to be the Hinayana's realm. He says, you Abhidharma guys, your books describe emptiness. I'm not even going to use middle way books. I'm not going to use Mahayana, and I'm still going to beat you. I'm going to use your books to prove you're wrong. Okay, got it? So supposedly by studying this book of his, you will see emptiness in the lowest teachings of Buddhism. Okay? That would be nice. Okay, here we go.
Time for la. Genpa ni pi zeni tang, yewa tang, change tang, nam shak, den la hap hao.
Try, translate.
First of all,
What's the real poop?
the definition of the two truths.
The real poop is Jambani.
Yeah, the two realities.
Yeah, I'm going to describe to you the two realities, and that's the real poop of this whole book.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not saying the definition of the two realities?
Well, I'm going to give it to you in
Okay.
4 parts.
Yeah, yeah.
First, I'm going to do
The divisions. Or
No, the
two
definition.
two yeah, I see. The definition of two realities, the divisions of the two realities, interpretations.
Counted amongst.
Oh,
What's figurative?
How to count them? Not
Chang nge is not the same as drang ne.
oh, right, yeah.
Okay.
Changa-
No, it means why there's 2 and only 2.
Oh,
Why there's not 1, why there's not 3. So chang ngepa, he could have said chang ngepa, it would have been easier. Why there's 2 and only 2. There's not more than 2, there's not less than 2. There's 2 realities. There's not less, there's not more. Okay, and then namshak den la papa. Then I'm going to give you a real, definitive explanation of each of them. And that's going to be long, okay? So the definitions are short, the divisions are short, there's only two items. The count is fixed, but then I'm going to give you a long essay about what each of them is, and that's going to be.
Definition of these for like 20 years or something.
Yeah, well, here you go. Okay.
It's a big deal.
Well, this is it right here. It's not very long. Go ahead.
다음번에 컨설 등담페 텐바 미 레이어 신부 파니베 셈메 셜자탕 냠샥 소소랑레 예셰키 셜자오.
Yeah.
First of all, first of those,
There's 2 truths: Kunsop Dhamma and Dundam Dhamma. Okay.
deceptive and ultimate.
Deceptive reality and ultimate reality. And by the way, as I mentioned before, I prefer to call it 2 realities than 2 truths, because it refers to the actual realities. Rimba Shindu,
Step,
respectively.
I respect.
I'll give you the first definition, then I'll give you the second definition in the same sentence. Okay.
Paniepe sem,
Seme Shelja. That's a definition for him of Kunsop Demba.
it's a conventionally real thing that you perceive.
Yeah, something which is under consideration of nominal correct perception. Nominal form of correct perception. That's how I like to, when you have a translation which is 2 words, accurate perception, which is what I'm favoring nowadays for Tsema, then use form for the first part, a conventional form of accurate perception. Okay, that's what I'm suggesting for Tanyepe Tsema. Okay, what did I just say? The conventional form of accurate perception. Okay, that's how I'm translating it nowadays.
Accurate to correct, you prefer?
I do,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
I'm happy with it.
cool.
I may change someday. Okay, and now
Yamsha.
this is confusion because he uses the word rangrik,
Uh-huh.
and he's been doing that. And I had the sense that he was using it about the perception of emptiness and not about the perception of the mind by itself. And here it's confirmed. So I'm excited,
Oh.
because he's defining what?
Well, he's defining it as
No, what is he defining? No,
ultimate reality.
ultimate reality.
Yeah,
And then he's saying anything which is considered
By the wisdom
by the wisdom,
which understands itself.
yeah, or something like, no, I don't think so. I think it's insight. I think it's just insight. I don't think it has anything to do with the mind perceiving itself.
By my
Insight.
in my own
Insight, yeah.
No, I don't think so. It doesn't smell like that. It doesn't taste like that. It just means a deep state of mind. It has nothing to do with perceiving itself. I propose.
and this Yamshak has nothing to do with Pakben Yamshak?
Well, that is, yeah, that's in a state of deep meditation.
Like-
So the deep insight of wisdom of a person who's in deep meditation, something like that. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
that thing which is. But I propose that in this text, Rang Rikpa just means which sees the truth or something. I don't think it has anything to do with perceiving the mind.
Logically, can you any hunch what he's trying to do? What those words would mean in that way?
Well, as I remember, he's done this a few times. Let's
Sees
do
its
it.
own nature?
Well, here's that they don't. Now, here's not Rang Rikpa. See, Rang Rikpa is a verb. This is Rang Rik. This is a noun, apperception. So that one's obviously apperception.
Yeah, most of the text is.
Here, Nyamsha Ranapi,
This is
uh-oh, when their minds are in the deep perception. That I translated your way, but I'm not sure about it.
But I mean, what does Ranga look like under Yishi? I mean, what does it mean to perceive your own mind with wisdom?
I don't think it means that anymore. I think it just means to know things one by one or something. To know the true nature of things is what it means. Okay, but it bothered me that he uses that. I think it's so rang rikpe yeshe. Things of their own, the true nature of things. So rang shin rikpe yeshe. How's that? So soi rang shin rikpe yeshe. The wisdom which understands the nature of each individual thing. Because it's the direct perception of emptiness. He's using it as a synonym for the direct perception of emptiness.
Yeah.
And it's kind of unfair because it looks so much like Rang Rik. Okay, yeah. But it's not. It's a verb. Rikbe. Okay. Anyway,
Was that in the appendix, that other translation that we had of it?
I don't think so. I think it was in the text.
Oh.
Because it bothered me. I remember, oh God, he's done this before. Let's go back and fix it someday.
Yeah.
Okay, fix the.
Shouldn't it be a verb and have the genitive after?
Sure, it has to. Shape me, the guy who understands.
Do Buddhists have Tanya Bit
I don't know. Are all their Tanya Pitsemas are Dindam Pitsema? I don't know. Okay, fix the Rang Rikpa
So they're not.
to. I'm gonna read it something like Chö Soy Rang Shin Rikpa. How's that? Which understands the nature of each individual thing. I think that's his point. Okay, but let's keep going. It's not something I can prove or disprove. He has to use it a few more times. And we have to see. But it must mean the direct perception of emptiness in the highest school. So whatever translation we use, I doubt that it can, the point is not the perception of the mind. It's the perception of ultimate reality. It has to be. In fact, it cannot be the perception of the mind during the direct perception empty. We've spent a long time on that. Okay, here we go.
Yatsuhei was pretty. He was pretty thorough.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that point.
yeah. Rather. He spent like 20 pages on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He tends to do that. Okay.
Nipa yewa la kunsab tang, dundam dempe dempa miso.
So now he's going to make divisions relating to these two realities. He starts with the mother division, which is into two realities,
Yeah.
which is deceptive reality and ultimate reality. But then he goes on to divide those, and it's more difficult.
Oh, cool.
Alright.
Okay.
Yang dak fatang lo de kunsab miso.
Correct.
So normal perceptions can be divided into
Correct and incorrect. Yang dak and lo.
mistaken normal perception.
I think a rope is a snake.
Yeah, okay? It's a normal perception, but it's mistaken. Okay. Is it a tsema?
No, it's not a tema.
No. Okay, good.
Apraman.
Yeah, good. Now, he's going to give you an example of things which are real deceptive reality.
Wait, you just said, is it a tsema? But this is a subset of a type of tsema. It has to be a tsema.
He's not defining kunzob tsema, he's defining kunzob demba.
But he defines kunzob as that which is perceived by a tanyi tsema.
He didn't say tema, did he? He just
Yeah,
said
he
China.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, he did.
But he's not talking about the tsema, he's talking about what the tsema perceives.
Under consideration,
It's under
the
consideration
normal
of
form of an accurate.
a tanyi tsema. So you
No,
can talk-
those things which a normal perception perceives is kunzob demba. You see, shel ja. Those things which a normal perception perceives is lying to you. Okay.
And then that can be divided into.
Yeah, yeah, and actually these are not states of mind. These are objects. Correct objects and mistaken objects. I should have put it that way. Okay.
Which are
Let's keep going. What's a correct object? Tanye pitseme, semashi shelja is a correct object among fake objects. Correct fake object.
Correct real objects and correct fake objects?
No, correct fake objects and incorrect fake objects.
Oh, right.
Okay. Huh? Correct fake objects and incorrect fake objects. Here's the correct fake objects. Number one, tanya pitseme shi shelja.
One of the fourth things that's by convention.
The 4 types of correct perception.
Yeah, of accurate perception.
We
That-
submitted a footnote on it earlier.
Hey, Nick, check this out. There's your footnote. I used to work for this big Polish guy in a warehouse. He said, I take care of you guys. I take care of you guys. I take care of you guys. I got your footnote right there. That's a footnote you worked so hard on 20 pages ago. You don't even remember. Okay.
This is also further support that one could translate it.
There's the four. He was from Trent.
Is that
Trent. Trenton.
Trenton, yes.
Trent.
I have met many Polish people.
Okay.
And green Polish.
Huh? What? Trent. You from Trent? Oh my God. I'll still talk to you. Okay. So what it says here is any object which is perceived by the 4 kinds of normal correct perception, accurate perception, is fake reality. And it's the correct fake reality. It's real fake reality. Okay, got it? Okay, now what are the 4 types of perception? Nick's going to give you a small lecture. Here you go. I'm drinking my drink.
Okay, so there are
Just read the
direct
footnote.
accurate perception, and of course I do know this. The 3 types of indirect accurate perception, which brings us to our argument that we were having yesterday.
Yeah, and I just lost the argument. I just lost the
Deduction or
argument.
not, yes. And
Oh, well.
the first kind is deduction based on logic. Oh, and I'm calling it deduction here. The second kind is deduction based on authority, and the third is based on convention, like the rabbit in the moon.
Yeah, okay, good.
Calling a Carl Lemon.
So he likes this term. It's the second time he's used it. So it just means in DCI 7, any of the kinds of accurate perception. If it's something you see with those, it's a correct fake object. He did not mention Nyeonjongwonsum.
Yogic direct perception.
Yeah, which is the Arya's direct perception. He did not mention that because what it sees is not fake reality.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
Would that still just fall under direct perception? Oh yeah. Check that.
Keep going. What's that say?
It's not harmed by the six senses.
Unaffected by alcohol, by jealousy, that's called
Oh,
Nupamepa.
he's just defining direct.
Yeah, so when you see Nupamepa in this context, what it means is you're not insane, you're not drunk, you didn't just take a drug, and you're not overcome by jealousy, and you see men there who are not there. Okay, seriously, those are called Nupamepa. Chelki Chugyuki Nupamepa. Chelki Chugyuki Nupamepa. Unaffected by temporary circumstances. Because we're all affected by ultimate circumstances.
Right.
Okay, so the full form of this expression is unaffected by immediate circumstances. We all have permanent mistakes, okay? All right.
So specifically, the six powers or the six awarenesses of the powers can be messed up?
Yeah, those sense powers which are unaffected by drugs, by what's that disease? Jaundice, and their objects are considered correct fake reality. Okay, correct fake reality. Yeah, both the perceivers and the perceived objects are all considered to be within reality, correct fake reality. Okay, that implies there must be a
Fake reality.
incorrect fake reality. Okay, and here he goes. What's that second one? Incorrect fake reality. What's that?
Nipani ne che ki won for yo chen na de milan ki dalang so ni chiden chun bao.
Yeah.
Saying it's like
Now,
a dream.
Nut means
Like dreams or horses.
nut means what? In
when
this,
when you in fact are
It is
affected.
yeah,
by
you are adversely affected.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean someone punched you. Okay, that's not the meaning. This is the nu in ahimsa.
Uh-huh.
Minapa is ahimsa. So it doesn't mean violence here.
Uh-huh.
It means you are not adversely affected by alcohol, drugs,
Okay. In this case,
jealousy.
You are, right?
You still have the puki tugyu, the long term.
Oh,
Yeah, the human, built-in mistake you're making all the time. But okay, okay, necheki wambo. You're
sense powers are affected by
yeah, and the things it sees.
the objects. Yo chen.
For example,
A dream.
no tas and langbos in a dream.
Oh, horses and cows.
Elephants.
Elephants. Yeah.
Horses and elephants in dreams. Yeah, I spent a long time trying to figure out when do you call long elephant, when do you call it cow, because balang is cow, long chen is,
Elephant.
and it happens to be elephant because those were popular objects created by magicians in those times.
Right.
So that's all. Horses or
You have to know context.
horses or elephants. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They are chiduns and they are zumba.
Outer objects and there's mistaken lies.
And they lie to you.
Yeah.
Okay, they lie to you. Okay.
Mhm.
And keep going. We're on a roll. This is
Shut
the most we've ever done in a day.
I think so. It did get a little more straightforward.
Mhm.
Speaking regular Tibetan now. Or something.
I think the drug wore off.
Shachak dang chipe oh ami. Shachak dang ta chipe halang ni chiden tempete. Samola tepe kinki.
Wait, where are you? Oh yeah, Dunduna.
Tunduna. Oh yeah, thank you. Tam che tsin bao.
Good. What's a shadartan chepeta? Ma.
A bloody horse?
No, meaning a real one. Flesh and bone.
Flesh and blood horse.
A flesh and bone. We call flesh and blood?
Flesh and blood, yeah.
Oh, okay. Flesh and blood horse. It means the real one, flesh and blood.
Yeah.
As an outer object, these are demba.
They're real.
They're real. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
And
but, okay, they are real relative to
our perception.
how you perceive and not do not in reality.
Not
Yeah. So this is relatively speaking, if I say this is a glass, I'm correct. But as I say it's a glass, ultimately speaking, I'm still misunderstanding it.
it's coming from
Okay, so in an ultimate sense, it's not real, it's fake. But in a relative sense, it is a glass. Okay, got it? Okay. On a normal level, a conventional level, it's real. Everything on an ultimate level is unreal. That's what he says here. And dun du na is a very rare idiom. And I was proud of myself for figuring it out. It means in reality, in actuality, yeah.
cool.
Okay, so, in real point of fact, everything's fake. Come on, okay? But I'm not going there. He's kind of like, I'm not going there. Look, a glass is a glass, okay? It's real. Ultimately, nothing's real. Okay, all right, here we go.
Kumpola tang te tak
Tak.
shi- Well, I was hitting the second one.
I know, I don't care which one you're hitting. I want to hear tak.
Tak.
Okay.
Tak. Shi ni kunsop tu yang kunsop tu yang teme shel jamayim pe shima jupa konao.
So look, there's emptiness, which appears real, ultimately real, and is ultimately real.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's real fake stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which can function and appears as real, and ultimately it's fake, but it's real on its own level.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's stuff that appears to be real, but has no reality at all and is totally non-existent, which doesn't apply to glasses.
Like magic.
There's even a screwier reality where nothing is real. What's that?
Magic.
Sang de tak tak, $50.
Tang te tak.
10, 9,
Oh, I know what it's.
Eight.
It's anything that's pure happiness, permanence, or a self.
Good. What's the name for those four?
The four
Back ass.
Four ass backwards thoughts.
Chinchinopa.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 and 25, okay? Shopping. 25. Chinchi lok shi. Chinchi lok shi. The four ass backward thoughts. Ass backward is an English idiom. It means completely backwards. Yeah, something like that. He doesn't deserve anything. Okay, so tsang means what?
Pure.
Yeah, it looks like, oh, look, it's so beautiful. Everything's so nice. And it means 180 degrees wrong. Everything is like a knife. A youtiao, a donut is like a knife. You just don't see for what it is. You think it's okay, but you're wrong. A green drink is especially like a knife. And then everything seems dewa. It seems like to sit on a nice, comfortable couch is comfort. You're dying while you're sitting there. Everything seems dark. It looks like these classes will go on forever because we've had them a couple times. I told people in Dime Mountain Tantric class, look, someday this will end. We'll all be separated. We won't even see each other. They're like, no, we have it now. Okay. Yeah, okay, understand? And doc. It seems like things are coming from their own side, but they're not. So these are called the four ass backwards.
Specifically, he's referring to he's in this case.
In English, we call diametrically opposite. Completely opposite. Opposed, diametrically opposed. Those, the glass is here. Emptiness is here. And things which are pure, things which have any pleasure at all, things which are themselves, and things which are unchanging, they don't even qualify as fake reality. They're fake reality. Got it?
Fake or fake?
And he throws it in it's very sophisticated. He says, well, there's real reality, then there's fake reality, and then there's fake. Okay? And he says, that one don't exist on any level. That's what he's trying to say. This one exists on an ultimate level. This one exists on a relative level. And these, they don't exist at all. There's no pleasure in this life. He's trying to give a teaching in the middle of a teaching, right? Okay?
Is this
I'm sorry, what?
Is this a third level, or is this a fourth level, or is this, are we still on the same level as dream elephants? Does, blissful heaps exist on the same level as dream elephants?
Oh, yeah, I don't
Or
know.
is this a even worse than?
Yeah, you're right. I think even worse. Let's put it in the category
Even
even
worse.
worse. Okay.
So dream elephant is, what, I mean, what's the status of that? Cause we have this division of fake into two, but this is not, doesn't even qualify as fake. Because it's not a type of reality.
He just called it, it's a second category of messed up reality. How's that?
So both dream elephants and pure heaps.
You could say in the same category.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. But one hurts you more actively than the other. How's that? Okay. But he makes another statement. Let's start there. Mitak.
미딱 등여 똥딱 매 시니 타니 베츠메 셔자오.
Yeah, but those do exist, which are kind of the opposites.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Are they the opposites?
Now you're talking about the four seals? Oh, this is just the four
Uninteresting.
correct perceptions.
Uninteresting.
Come on. I want a better one.
These are the
What
four,
are these for?
the four not ass backward thoughts.
I'm going to fire everybody.
Those are the four aspects. The four of the first.
The first four of the 16, please.
Yeah, that's true, but they're also the four correct perceptions.
They're the opposite of those four.
Yeah, it came before.
There maybe there's a
They had
connection.
another name for it. Yeah, there's certainly.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Well, before you
uh,
follow this, I just wanted to point out that it didn't come as a
by the way, for $200, give me another name for these two.
Dakme and Tongpa.
Mm-hmm.
Selfless.
10, 9,
and
8,
peace.
7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, so nice. 3, 2, 1, 0.
Lack of self.
Chimanyi
Chimani.
The latter two.
from Stanley's text.
Damn it.
Okay.
So that was from earlier today?
That was the latter.
But that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You had lunch between.
That was the latter two of their first.
I think so.
We never decided.
Come on. You should have said that's the ones you think are the Chimanyi. I still would have given you 10 cents or something. Okay.
He thinks
But
it.
it's not confirmed.
It's not
It's,
confirmed.
I'm just saying it could be. $200
You're
bucks.
on his side.
I agree.
Okay. But what he wants to point out is the ass backwards ones, clean, happy, unchanged, permanent, those does have a self nature. Those don't exist on any level. But the opposites are perceived by normal, accurate perception.
Right.
Nominal,
He-
conventional, accurate perception.
They jumped a level.
Yeah. The opposite of those four is something we can perceive as well as a glass. Okay, got it?
What if he could as the opposite
Sorry?
of zone?
Say again?
The opposite though was.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I think he's quoting the four. Well, are they?
No, they're not.
Okay, mitak relates to tak. Dungel relates to day. Tong relates to maybe.
Makes sense.
Maybe. I don't know.
Dakme.
Okay, let's keep going. Kandak.
Contact Heda Kunso Do Jime Tumpa Tumpa Ni.
Let's stop there and try to get that much. I typed it for you, so maybe you can just read it.
Well, whosoever. Yeah, okay. Contact Heda.
By the way, he starts attacking nihilists here. People who go too far with emptiness. He gets something triggered in his mind. He must have gone. Somebody must have asked a stupid question in one of his classes in the last few days, and he's like, "By the way, that brings me to these people who say that on a nominal level, on a relative level, to be and not to be is the same thing." Come on, he gets irritated.
Yeah, it was coming up a lot before too. So
Yeah, I think he had a.
interpretation of the middle way.
Maybe it's a lower school interpretation of
Yeah,
Mahayana.
I think it's
Yeah.
a lower school in criticism of the
Yeah. Okay.
middle way.
Keep going. Tungo.
Chungo konar yepa kunso tu yepe tum tu sanne shengo konar kelen gupe kunzo tang. Rang la kelan be kunzo pi kiba machi ba yin
I have trouble with this sentence, and I'm happy to play with it with you.
So you're talking about
So tu ngo means to a perception which is messed up. Okay, to the face of a perception which is messed up. Okay, konar. If we restrict ourselves to what makes its appearance to people with jaundice, okay, if we restrict ourselves to what makes its appearance to people who are totally jealous, or insane, or drunk, okay, if you think that's what kunzop means, if things are only fake to a diseased mind, okay, if things are only fake to a diseased mind, they think that's what it means to be deceptive. Only those things which appear to a diseased mind, like purple elephants to a drunk, they thinking that that's what it means to be fake. Okay, they take deceptive as fake. Okay, yupen samne shengo konar kenen gupe kunzo. So they only define deceptive as how it appears to other people whose minds are drunk or insane, or so they think when you say fake reality, what do you call it? Illusory? What do you call it? Hallucination. Hallucination. You're only talking about very drunk people, insane people, people on drugs. Okay, they think that. Okay, they think that's what deceptive reality means. Rang lukla kinan bikunzo kikepa machete. They have failed to make the distinction of what it means to be deceptive in our school. Uma Tengyowa. Okay, we are not saying that it's only purple elephants seen by alcoholics, which are fake. We're saying everything you see is fake. A normal person, okay? Don't go with those guys who say, you know, all right.
what's the second kunzo doing in the middle there?
A kunzop where you accept only a kunzop with regard to these other people who have messed up minds.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I think we're out of time.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Then he's going to quote Master Chandrakirti, but I don't think we quite nailed down the connection to that, of that with the people who say that it's equal to be, to exist or not to exist deceptively is the same thing. I don't think he has addressed that statement, so I want us to come back to this sentence, okay?
Right.
I don't see how it relates to, it's almost the opposite of saying, of the accusation, you see what I mean? They're saying only some people are crazy,
Yeah.
but he's supposed to be proving that everyone's crazy.
Right.
Okay, all right, okay.
Maybe he's still saying what they think. 'Cause that.
Yeah, you want to chew on it and give us a report when you come home?
Yeah.
It would follow
Maybe
after
you're
this statement
late.
that everyone is crazy. Because if people only think that, we're not only saying that it's people who are hallucinating, saying, therefore we're saying it's everyone, all things within Kunzal that make you crazy.
Well, it could be that this is wrong. It could be we're the ones who claim that honor and deceptive realm that to exist. I don't know. We gotta chew on it. I'm not comfortable. We missed something here.
It'd be weird for Guts to start that with contact, right?
Yeah, right. Those who. It's got to be a criticism of somebody else, right? We're never those guys.
Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you. It's kind of cool, huh? Intriguing, I think. Shin Puki Chushin Meto Kari Ramlin Shi Nim Degen Pa Shogi Shmoki. Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.